I was talking to an operator the other day. He told me he had SCADA set up on his leases. And I said, oh, nice. How's it working for you? And he goes, honestly, working great. So I asked, well, how many wells you got it on? And he goes, well, 2. And I said, how many wells you operate? He goes, 50. And so I go, well, how many out of 48? And he laughed and said, well, there's no way I can afford to roll this out across the whole field. Just for context, I'm the founder of Greasebook and the creator of TinyPumper. Now, I'm not a pumper and I'm not a production engineer, but the software we built now helps manage over 10,000 pumpers and tens of thousands of wells every day. Greasebook has become the fastest growing app in the oil patch. Why? Because we focus exclusively on the independent. From small family outfits, operating a handful of wells, publicly traded companies, operating several thousand. And that gives me a behind the scenes look at how the best run independents actually operate. And my goal is to pass along these lessons to you so that you can pump more oil, waste less time, and run a tighter, more profitable operation. So back to the story, it's not a rare story either. And I can't tell you how many times I've heard something similar. An operator has inherited SCADA maybe on 1 or 2 hero wells, maybe as part of an acquisition, maybe a pilot project that never went past the pilot phase. But when they look into rolling out their SCADA system further, the costs simply never pencil. Not when you're dealing with 3, 5, or 8 barrel a day wells. So the trenching, proprietary gear, the tech support, the contract, the complexity, all stacks up fast. And suddenly, this great visibility tool becomes a luxury that only the big wells get. The rest of the field still flies blind. And that's the problem with most SCADA. Works, but it don't scale. Not unless you got a budget of hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions to throw at it, and an IT team that actually answers the phone. So here's how TinyPumper flips that model. It installs in minutes. No trenching, no techs, no complication. Works across all your leases, not just the big dogs. Data flows into Greasebook, the system your team already knows or can pick up and run with in less than 10 minutes. Lease to own means you're cash flow positive from day one. And now your visibility isn't limited to the wells that can afford it. You got eyes on everything. So if you got wells running without eyes on them, you're not saving money, you're just gambling. And a better visibility helps you avoid even one spill or one weekend blowout that always happens on the 4th of July or the holiday weekend. You're already ahead. But when it really buys you is margin, time, and peace of mind across the entire board. So look, if you've been holding back because you thought remote monitoring was just for the big boys, take a minute to run the numbers with us. Head over to TinyPumper, take the quiz, and book a demo with us. We'll walk you and your leases through and show you exactly how this pays for itself, even on the smallest wells. Worst case, you send it back. Best case, you stop flying blind. Thanks for your time and attention, folks. Catch you on the next one.